Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading for the middle of May. For your past, we have the King of Swords. This was the first part of May, the King of Swords, and it was you trusting your ability to make a strategic decision. You were making some sort of decision. Okay. So you were proud of yourself about something at the end of April because we have the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, and the Magician. So you were seeing a situation in a different way. You were seeing yourself in a different way. You were deciding to be proud of something that you had accomplished, and this was making your energy go up. You were raising yourself to a higher frequency vibration by being proud of what you achieve and accepting your rewards. So you succeeded with manifesting something in the first part of May. The first week of May, you manifested something, and you manifested something beautiful because you were able to see the situation in a different way with the Hanged Man card. Okay. So for your present, for the middle of May, we have Page of Pentacles. I am open to opportunities for personal growth. Okay, this is you growing in the middle of May. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So you're going through something right now that you really don't understand. It kind of feels weird to you. It seems like you could have been called to the principal's office about something, and I don't know what it was, okay? Like, I don't know what kind of classes you're taking, what kind of self-development you're taking, but it's a new experience for you. It almost kind of reminds me of what they used to call sensitivity training. You know, like how sometimes in the workplace you have that one person that gets offended by something you do or say, and then it's like, whoops, and they say your name, and now you got to go to sensitivity training, like, but they don't really call it on the intercom, right? Like, there's not like an intercom like we used to have in school. You have like a supervisor or someone come to your office or wherever you work, and they're like, we have to talk, and you're like, what do you want to talk to me for? And so and so got offended by something you said, and you're gonna have to go to sensitivity training. So it's not like if something happened you got fired. um From these cards, from what I'm gathering, you stood your ground. You were confronted about something and you stood your ground, and you were proud of yourself for standing your ground, but it didn't get you out of sensitivity training or whatever kind of training this is. So, because we have that Page of Pentacles, and you're open to whatever new training someone is giving you. You enjoy your job or whatever it is you do, and you're open to sensitivity training. And so you know that this is just a minor setback. I know that peaceful times will come, Six of Swords. So it's almost like somebody had some sort of problem with you, but rather than tell you to your face, they told a supervisor. And but you know that times are going to get better. You know that once you complete this training, everything's going to be back to normal in your world. And it says, Two of Pentacles, I calmly make the best possible decision, which is going to the training, right? Going to whatever kind of training your boss wants you to go to for personal development. And we have the Ace of Wands. I am inspired to follow my passion. So even though somebody may have reported you to somebody, that's not really deterring you from your passion, whatever your passion is. And I don't know, maybe when you're in some sort of personal development training, um, maybe you see someone you like, or you hear about some sort of new job that's available that's related to your field. But I think part of you going to sensitivity training or whatever training this is you following your passion. Maybe somebody said something to you, and well, not to you, but to your supervisor, and it kind of opened your mind about certain things. And instead of making you sad or angry, you were just very open to learning new things. You didn't let what this person said to your boss offend you, which is very adult. Some people, they do get offended, and they quit their jobs. So whatever work you've been asked to put in, you're doing the work, and that's in the middle of May. Now, at the end of May, we have the sun. I am optimistic and appreciate all that I have. So you were right. Your thoughts were right about things getting better for you, because you are going to be happy. You are going to complete whatever training this is, and then you are going to move on with your life. Clarifying the sun, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay? So it looks like after you've completed this training, um, we have the Four of Pentacles. I trust I am always safe and protected. Nine of Wands. I am strong for as long as I need to be strong. And Queen of Wands. I am naturally creative. So now you're going back to your life, basically, like what you enjoy doing. You're learning how to be creative, possibly with things you say. And one example of this is, and this is something we can learn from sensitivity training too, is different ways to word ourselves. It's not wrong to compliment someone. If somebody reported you for sexual harassment, and this is just an example, I'm not saying it happened, but if somebody did, it's not that it's wrong to compliment somebody, but it's the way we do it, right? You could tell somebody they're sexy, and that would be very unprofessional, especially if they're a client of yours and you work in one of those professional jobs where you're not supposed to cross boundaries that way. Or you could tell someone, I think you're a beautiful person. Now, it's not saying the exact same thing, but it is giving someone a compliment, and it doesn't involve you having to shut down and not be you and not be yourself. It involves you just changing the behavior. You don't really change the behavior, you change the way you express the behavior, right? So it's kind of like, and there's this book called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And one of the things the author tells women to do is, instead of complaining about your husband and being like, you don't do this, you don't do that, ask them questions. Could you take out the trash? Could you do the laundry by Friday? Could you these are questions. And questions are better than complaining, because complaining doesn't make our situation better. Sometimes, in certain situations it does. I mean, if I don't know, you go to Walmart and you're shopping, and sometimes you complain about a cashier, and that cashier seems to act nicer the next time you see them, but it really doesn't solve the problem, because our problems are inside ourselves. So, I mean, I really don't know how to explain it better. But what I was trying to say is sometimes it can seem like complaining helps, but not always, is my point, not always. And my point with that was, instead of complaining, when we ask questions, we're still expressing ourselves, but we're not bringing negative energy into the situation, okay? So, and I'm not saying it's negative to call someone sexy. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that some people could take it the wrong way. Some people could feel pressured. Some people may not be ready for that kind of attention. So, whatever you were reported for or had to go to personal development for, or whatever this is, you're getting back to where you used to be, because you're going to be happy regardless of what people say about you. I mean, this sun is confidence. I mean, you're naturally confident at the end of May. And so from what I'm getting is that you know who you are. And whoever reported you or said something about you, you're going to make it through this. So, because you know who you are. It's easy to get through situations when we know who we are. If we don't know who we are, we actually care about what people think, right? I mean, like, yes, you care about what your boss thinks because that's how you make your money. But, you know, if somebody's not paying your bills, you don't care about what they think because you know who you are. And so I like it. I like that. Your attitude for the middle of May is, I will heal myself. Five of Swords, I will heal myself. And that's part of what professional development is. So, and I don't even know if you even had to go to sensitivity training. I'm just listing an example of a type of professional development. There's all sorts of professional development out there. So you're healing yourself. Knight of Swords, choosing your battles carefully. Ten of Pentacles, celebrating everything you achieve. And you're free now of whatever is holding you back. Okay? So there could have been some codependency in this situation. And you're working on that. You're working on healing being codependent, if you are codependent. The only reason I even mention this is because of the card I got. And I'm not going to say the title of the card, but it's the We Don't Talk About Bruno card. And so you're healing yourself from codependency. Influencing you is the Two of Wands. I focus on what I want and make it happen. It's like I said, you know who you are. You know what makes you happy, so you go after it. Clarifying, we have the Ace of Cups. I welcome new love and trust what it brings. Five of Wands, I stand my ground and look for peace. The Lovers, I trust my knowing and make a commitment. So you're healing yourself, and it's almost like you've made some sort of commitment in your heart about somebody you want to be with. And it's interesting to me because sometimes, we can't really say how we're feeling because we are in certain situations and we're not really permitted to say how we're feeling. This could have been a work person. This could have been a coworker. This could have been a coworker. And even though we're not allowed to say how we feel about somebody, sometimes we think in our head, we're like, I'm going to marry that person, or that's who I want to be with. And then they don't even know what's inside our head because they don't know. They can't read minds, right? But um, when we make that commitment in our heart, it's almost like we can become so focused on somebody that we block out all of the other options that are around us because we've made a commitment in our heart. So you're making a commitment to someone, and that's what's influencing you at this time. And that goes along with that Two of Wands card. I focus on what I want and make it happen, okay? And this kind of reminds me of one of Scent Star's readings because I remember listening to one of her readings one time and she was talking about somebody saying, I will make this happen, or you will be mine. You will be mine. So, um, I don't know if this is your person thinking that or if this is you thinking that, but somebody could be thinking, you will be mine. And whoever's focusing on that is open to it. Now, the Lovers doesn't mean marriage, okay? A lot of people say, oh, the Lovers is not a good card because it doesn't mean marriage. And, you know, but it does mean a commitment. It means a commitment. And it's hard to find a commitment in this world sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But your obstacle is the Judgment card. I look back with compassion for myself. So you felt bad for yourself. You felt empathy for yourself after what happened, okay? Which is a good thing. It's good to look back on certain situations and to have empathy for ourselves. Wow. So what happened when you were made to go into professional development or personal development was you have the Page of Wands energy. You thought you were going to get good news, and you felt supported and never alone, and you trusted the present moment. So you were busy enjoying a good day at work when you were informed that you would have to go to sensitivity training or personal development. And you look back on compassion with yourself, compassion for yourself. Look back with compassion for yourself. The outcome of everything is you're going to be releasing yourself from your self inflicted binds. You were in your own way. It's not that this person that reported you didn't like you, it's that you had some negative thoughts in your head about yourself. And regardless of how do I word this? If this person said anything negative to you, you took it to heart because you were already feeling insecure about certain things. But you're through professional development, you're releasing this. This is not about them. This is about you. This is about you loving on yourself. You need to love yourself regardless of who comes in and out of your life because you're the only one that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. I mean, what I'm trying to say is you're the only one that's always going to be around. We do have people come in and out of our lives, and we can get rid of a lot of that loneliness sometimes by getting married. But even our spouses aren't with us all the time, right? Our spouses have to work. Our spouses, they use the bathroom, they're regular people. They go grocery shopping, they have a life of their own. Um, and and sometimes we can be going through certain things and we can be in the hospital and we're waiting for them to visit us. But they're not able to stay there 24/7, right? They have to eat, they have to drink water, they have to do normal human things. So that's why it's so important for you to love yourself because you're not going to have somebody with you 24/7. How are you releasing yourself from the negative thoughts? We have a lot of cups cards coming out for this. Okay, you're trusting in the universe that if, this person does have feelings for you, that they're going to come back. We have Queen of Cups. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio. Two of Cups. I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. And Four of Wands. The universe brings all I need to feel blissful. So you need to release the negative thoughts and get out of your own way so the universe can bring to you what you want, regardless of whether that is self love or a person. You need to remove these swords. Each sword represents a negative thought. And you need to do the opposite with these swords. You need to tell yourself, if you are dealing with a Scorpio, you need to tell yourself, this person does like me. Why would they not like me? This person likes me. They enjoy spending time with me. Um, Whenever we spend time together, we have fun. Tell yourself good thoughts so that you can break free. Because it's your thoughts that are holding you hostage. It's not this person. It's your mind holding you hostage. You are holding yourself hostage. And I don't understand why you're punishing yourself like this. This is punishing yourself. Why would you punish yourself? I mean, what did you do to deserve this? You don't deserve this. I don't think anyone deserves this, but you don't deserve this, Gemini. So, you've got to pull out those swords. And you've also got to look at a situation and take it into context. Just because someone says something doesn't mean those are their true feelings. Sometimes there are feelings that are buried deep within the surface, right? Yes, somebody could have reported you. Somebody could have said something negative about you. But underneath that emotion of fear could be a deeper emotion, like love, that scares them. And if they're scared, whoever you were dealing with may have had the ability to turn off love and then turn on fear. What you don't see coming is the Eight of Pentacles. I dedicate myself to what I believe in. Okay, you're going to get buried in your work. That's what you're going to do. You're going to focus on your work. We have the Justice card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Chariot. You're moving forward, okay? You're moving forward. So that's how you're going to pull those 8 swords out, is with 8 pentacles. You're going to consume yourself in your work. And because at work, you're not insecure about work. You know that you're successful when it comes to work. And with this work, we have I speak truth and fairness to myself. When I show my work, others give support. And the Chariot, I go forward with confidence. Now, since this is the last card in your reading, you are going to have a victory over this situation you had to deal with, okay? So you're going to work, and your colleagues are going to support you. And it's like I said earlier, you're going to be back to doing what you've been doing, whatever job that is. I've never had to attend sensitivity training. I don't think I'd want to. I've heard jokes and stories about it, and I don't think I'd want to. I'd rather read a book. I'd rather read a book that says, don't do this, don't do that, be this way, be that way, than sit in like a support group where actually I think I have done sensitivity training. I have done sensitivity training a long time ago at Job Corps. And I remember them showing us a situation where a coworker is being bullied, and the teacher was asking us, how would you respond? If you had a coworker that was being bullied, how would you respond? And we all just kind of sat there like, I don't know, like I don't. And I think we were honest for the most part, which we were saying that we probably wouldn't say anything. And I think that's when our teacher told us that that was the wrong thing to do. And she said, no, you need to say something, or you need to go to a supervisor. You can't just watch another coworker being harassed at work and not say anything. And so we were like, okay. And and that's pretty much the extent of my sensitivity training. I don't remember anything else from the class. It was so long ago. This person's a trip. Thank you for coming to this reading. And just focus on you and your work. Thank you.